Yo, 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 yo. Don't turn off. We're gonna go out for a little ride, but as you can tell, the normal gas tank isn't on the bike. This got all kinds of rust in it, remember? So I'm working on cleaning it out. I'm hopefully putting a video together on that. I don't know. My recording skills have been kind of crappy lately. But we are going to go out for a short ride. As you can tell, we have the purple 440 tank on the bike. This is an extra tank that I had. I'm just impatient. I wasn't planning on riding today at all. It's super windy. But the fact that I couldn't because of there being no gas tank on the bike, like, I felt like that was not cool. So this is the tank for the other 440 that I've got. I've been storing the tank in here, and it's been on the wall. I figured it might be a good idea to get some fuel in it. This one's actually been cleaned out. Unfortunately, I dropped the tank and it's got some nastiness, and I thought I knew what I was doing with painting and destroyed it back in the day. But when I get this bike sorted, I'll start on the next bike, and at least we'll know it has a good gas tank. I could probably pull that out. This one, I don't know. So I pulled the plugs on here. They look pretty good. Get this guy back in, and then we'll go on a little ride around the area, and let's go. Hopefully it fires up. Nice. It helps when they're warm. It helps when it's warm outside. So, I've been working out in the garage today. I pulled the tank off. I got that one getting cleaned out. I pulled out the wood chipper. Turns out it had a bad ground, so it wasn't getting spark. I fixed that. And I still feel like I'm being lazy, so I decided I'd go out for a ride. Enjoy the weather. Let's go this way for once. So, spring break is coming up. I've really been wanting to get this bike sorted, but I kind of want to do it right. In the past, I've kind of half-assed most of my bikes. And not because, I'm a half-assed type of person, just because I didn't know what I was doing. I typically learn by doing, so that's what I did with these. And that's my person. I better turn around. I gotta go meet him. So anyways, wait a second, didn't he have the other trailer? I don't think that's my person. I'll turn around. Well, I'll go around the section. I think he got his little trailer. Oh, whoops. It was like, come on now. Come on. I might have to go home. See which trailer he has, and that will tell me. We'll just run by the house one more time. Here we go. Woo! bike is running really good. This gas tank was sitting for a while. I filled it up with some of the fresh gas from the other tank, and some some B12 Chem Tool. That kind of cleans the gunk out. I do have the fuel filter on here. Just see kind of what's going on. If I remember correctly, he took his small trailer. That was just a different truck. Which I guess we'll find out in just a second. Yeah, there's his big trailer. There's his little trailer. Okay, I got time. We're working on, my cousin's coming by. We're working on a project. He had to take his trailer. He keeps him in my pasture. And I was like, man, I could have sworn he took his small trailer, not his big trailer. I'm jealous of that truck. I miss my OBS Ford. But, ah, man, I got sidetracked. I don't remember what I was talking about. Summer's coming up. Well, spring break's coming, then we got summer coming. I guess, in my mind, I have a hard time being patient, so I need to be patient. In the summertime, I would like to really focus on this bike and get it done to where it's safe and road, you know. Right now, this bike isn't safe. I have hardly any rear brake at all. Front brake is good. I redid the front brake a while ago. The frame needs to be repainted. So the wheel bearings probably need to be replaced. There's so much stuff on this bike that needs to be gone through. I really don't feel comfortable having anybody ride on this bike with me, let alone letting anyone else drive this bike. So that's why this one needs a lot of work. My Kz440, it's basically in the same boat, but you know, it might be even worse off than this one. Oh, someone's riding horses. Oh, this looks like a big bump. Anyways, so what I've been thinking is, you know, when summer gets here, I want to have another bike. And I want to get a bike that is kind of fits with the stuff that I do, but I don't want to buy another project. And I'm not going to spend, you know, a couple $1,000s on, you know, another Japanese vintage motorcycle. So, as I've been looking through the motorcycle jonesing stuff, I came across several of these Chinese 250 like dual sport enduro type bikes. The most popular is probably the Hawk 250. There's a guy, his channel on YouTube is Moto Cheese. He's got several videos of them. And, you know, I've never been I've never ridden a dirt bike before. So, number one, I'm like, okay, I kind of want one of those just because. And number two is, like, those seem like the perfect bike for me right now, as far as, like, what I want to do. I'm looking for something that I can, you know, tear apart and mod and just see what I can do, get out of the bike. So, you know, carburetor, messing around with carburetors. The parts are super cheap, so I'm like, man, I could buy a new head for like $60 and, you know, play around with porting and polishing the head and stuff. Who knows? Let's see how we're doing on our jetting. The bike is pretty warm. the best she's ever done. Woo! That felt good. Wow. All right. Can we stop, please? I kind of want to do that again, but I really need to be getting home. Anyway, so, I keep getting distracted. That really distracted me. Wow, that's the best run we've done on there. That's usually like my little test road. That was impressive. I didn't feel any bogging or anything. We got way past. We maxed out the fuel gauge. We maxed out the I can't even think. My gosh. So what happens when it's friggin' 3 o'clock and you haven't eaten? The speedo. Man, that feels good. Glad we got the carb sorted on this bike. That was probably one of the biggest headaches, and it was, you know, mostly because I suck at being patient. So now that we've got that figured out, then we can start really having some fun with the rest of the bike. What's going on here? I'm always curious what racing looks like. That's probably one of the dumbest things. I've never been to a racetrack before. They got lots of racing going on and stuff right now. Anyway, so with summer coming up, you know, I was thinking about buying one over spring break. I think I've talked myself out of buying one of these Chinese bikes, at least over spring break. But you know, summertime, I think I might have to do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna say a definitive yes or no, but it's looking like I might get one. I think they'd be really fun to, you know, have to just ride to the back and forth from the gym. Maybe, you know, I am going to be working in a different city, maybe commuting on them, but that'll give me a new bike with minimal problems, just a couple modifications to putt around on while I really focus on getting this bike done and then just progressing through the bikes that I have currently. At least that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. I'm gonna continue working on the 440 like I have been. God, it is windy today. I hope the audio sounds okay. But that's where I'm planning on taking things right now. I haven't decided on which bike yet. I've been leaning towards the TBR7, which is, it's got 50/50 tires. That's one of the only reasons why. With these Chinese bikes, I see that there's probably two camps of people when it comes to them. You know, there's the one group of people that understand how motorcycles used to be, like motorcycles of the past. They understand carburetors. They understand that, you know, you need to tinker with your bike almost as much as you ride your bike. And then there's people that have the motorcycling mindset of today, like your motorcycle should work all the time and you should only have to take it to the dealer, you know, once a year to get tuned up or whatever. So I think the people that buy these China bikes with the mindset like I do, that it's a toy, I want to tinker with it and see what I can get out of this little 250 or 229cc engine, I think those people typically have a really good time if they get it from a good dealer. Whereas the people who buy one because they think it's going to be a great daily driver on the cheap and don't understand how carburetors work and are just pissed off because, you know, they have to put it together when it gets out of the crate and they don't know how carburetors work, so it runs crappy and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's why they have mixed reviews. I don't know. I could be, you know, I could be getting ready to throw away, you know, $1,300, but I think it'll be fun. I've got the right mindset for it. So that's what I'm thinking about getting for the summertime. Just a fun little 250. And I'm thinking years ahead too, you know, or at least something like that. I've got family, nieces and nephews and stuff that I think that'd be a fun and easy bike to let somebody learn on, a little 250. And if it's a cheap bike like that, I don't care if it gets dropped, you know. Nice truck. Anyway, so man, I don't know. I do have a 150 jet. I could drop down the jetting on here one more time, but she seems to be pretty good. We took that straightaway, probably the best we've ever done. I didn't feel any hesitation. We're going right back to idle. I think we got our carb sorted. I had the plug out beforehand. It looks pretty good. I feel like this bike is pretty good. Engine wise, we got new chain, new sprockets, the carb is taken care of, spark plugs are new. The only thing we need to fix on it, probably wheel bearings, the rear brake needs to be done, paint it, get the tank figured out, and, you know, I don't want to rush that. I don't want to be rushed to do it, but I still want to ride in the summertime, which, that's why I'm thinking about a China bike. Also because I'm extremely curious about these China bikes, like unbelievably curious. So I don't know, that's where I'm at right now. Let me know what you think. The bike seems to be running great. She takes a little while to get warm, but when she's warm, she seems happy. So oof. Deep gravel. Yeah, I've never had a dirt bike. I want to get a dirt bike, but I don't want to pay dirt bike prices. Here, where I live, here in Wichita, surrounding area, Kansas, people want an ungodly amount of money for a clapped out, you know, enduro or whatever. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know. I'm torn. I almost pulled the trigger on one yesterday. I had a TVR7 in my cart. I had the coupon code in there and everything, and I just couldn't quite hit the buy button. But I'm thinking, give me a couple more months. You know, maybe I'll order one in May and start off summer with one of those, and just, you know, that could be a series of videos or whatever while I'm working on this majestic motorcycle. So, anyways, that's my plans. I guess like and subscribe if you want, and, you know, I don't really like that purple tank, so I really hope we get the white one cleaned out, and I will be showing you that project tomorrow, I think. Cool. See ya.